Hi everyone, I'm Laura and welcome to Book Bubbler. Today I thought I would finally film my birthday book haul. My birthday is in the middle of May, so it's been about a month and just keep forgetting to film this, so here goes nothing. First up, from my friend Michelle, I have Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Doughty. Caitlin is a mortician, a death positive advocate, and this is her memoir about her time working in a crematory. And I think when she was just starting out in the death industry, Caitlin, if you're not familiar with her, has a fantastic YouTube channel. And I will link one of my favorite videos below. I'm not sure what one it'll be. She has so many little different series that I enjoy. I just adore her in general. So I am very excited to finally own a copy of her first book, her memoir, and see what it's all about. Thank you, Michelle. Then next up I have Sounds Like Titanic. This is by Jessica Chiccehitto Hindman. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Jessica is a violinist and she thinks she's really joined the big time when she gets hired professionally as part of a symphony orchestra in New York City. Come to find out that what they really do is they're a touring group, but they play the soundtrack to Titanic and they don't even really play it, they just mime playing it. And a CD is actually what is being performed. So it's about her time being in this orchestra that doesn't really play, that tours around. I love Titanic, I love orchestra music, so this memoir sounds really interesting and totally bonkers. So if this was fiction, it wouldn't be believable, but it's real. So excited about that. And then this is also from Jenna. That is, let me get it in here, The Gilded Age in New York, 1870-1910. This is by Esther Crain. As you can tell, it's not a small book. I love The Gilded Age. I know that that's a like snarky term for the time period, but I just like it. So it's, you know, like, it's like a coffee table book, but not exactly. And there's pictures and all sorts of stuff all throughout it. I am super pumped to read this. Super pumped. I think I might actually pick it up when I read some of my Edith Wharton, which is on this shelf right here. So I am due to read one of her novels and not just a short story sometime soon. I think next up for me is Sanctuary. So we'll see. Anyways, so Gilded Age in New York by Esther Crain. Thank you so much, Jenna. Pumped for this. Pumped about history books. What? Okay, so everything else in this stack now are things that I bought for myself because I have no chill. So first up is God's Children. This is by Mabli Roberts. Mabli Roberts also writes under the name Paula Braxton. She wrote like there's a witches series, like The Witch's Daughter, all this stuff, and she has some standalones as well. But this is her first, I think, first novel under what I believe is her real name, Mabli Roberts. This is a fictionalized account, so it's fiction, but a fictionalized account of a real person, Kate Marsden, nurse, intrepid adventurer, savior of the lepers, or devious manipulator, immoral and dishonest. I believe she's also a lesbian. This happens in the 18-somethings, I think. I don't know. I saw this on Katie's channel from Books and Things, so I will link to that below. She reviewed the book, loved it, and then she also interviewed the author, and that was what totally sold me on it. It sounded interesting before when Katie talked about it, but seeing her talk to the author was just amazing. So I will try and remember to link to both of those videos on Katie's channel below. So God's Children should be good. Then I have two light fiction books that I really enjoy by Jenny Colgan. This first one up is Christmas at the Cupcake Cafe. Say that 3 times fast. I can't even say it once. So this is part of a duology, the second book in the duology. I have the first one in these British editions, so I had to order my copy from Book Depository. I'm sure something is lovely and it's Christmas time and it will end happily, and I don't care because I need some happy sometimes. So there's this one. And then next up is The Bookshop on the Shore by Jenny Colgan. I believe this is a standalone set in the Scottish Highlands. Single mother moves up there with her little boy, and I think falls in love with the cranky owner. Doesn't sound like a bad life, quite honestly. So, yep, that'll be fun. Then I have From the Wreck by Jane Rawson. I'll have to read the back for this because I don't know how to summarize it exactly. I found out about this from Simon's channel, Simon at SavidgeReads, and I'll link one of his videos below. He puts them up quite often. This is fiction. When in 1859 George Hills is pulled from the wreck of the steamship Admella, he carries with him the uneasy memory of a fellow survivor. Someone else, or something else, kept him warm as he lay half dying, half submerged in the freezing southern ocean, kept him bound to life. As George adapts to his life back on land, he can't quite escape the feeling that he wasn't alone when he emerged from the ocean that day, that a familiar presence has been watching him ever since. What the creature might want from him, his life, his firstborn, simply to return to its home, will pursue him and call him back to the water where it all began. This sounds weird and delightful. I can't wait to read it. And then, so I've seen this series around for a long time. I've owned the first book for 10 years or more. And then I thought I had the first 4 books in the series, and I didn't. So I had to write that wrong. And that is the Rivers of London series by Ben Aaronovitch. This is the second book, Moon Over Soho. And then I also bought, I think it's 5.5, The Furthest Station. Let me see if I marked it inside here. I did not mark it, but anyways. So from what I understand, I have not read this series yet. There's a PC Peter Grant. He gets hired at the London Police Force, and he investigates, is it supernatural crimes? I think so. But it's just like regular London, like it's not anything specific or anything. So it sounds like a lot of fun. So I had the first book, missing the second one, and then I had 3, 4, 5. So I had to get 2, and then I had to get 5.5 because why not? I mean, I had to, right? I didn't have a choice. Second to last here, the penultimate one, is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I believe this is based on a play, if I am not wrong. So from what I have seen everyone talk about with this book, there's a certain cafe where if you sit in a certain chair and you order coffee, you can travel back in time to the cafe, but you're still back in time. So if you want to talk to someone or leave a note or I don't know, whatever. And the deal is you can do that, but you have to be back in your seat in the present time before the coffee gets cold. And I'm assuming that at some point someone doesn't quite make it back. I don't know for sure, but this has been getting rave reviews all over the place. So just sounded like a nice little short book. Sounds good. And then lastly, this is again from Simon's channel with SavidgeReads. I'm going to have to read the back of this too, but so this is Moonstone by SJÓN. This won the Icelandic Literary Prize. Okay, in the back reads, in October 1918, the Katla volcano erupts, coloring the skies over Reykjavik night and day. Yet life in the small capital carries on as usual, with the Great War grinding distantly on. Then the Spanish flu comes ashore, killing hundreds and driving thousands to their sickbeds. The streets empty, the cinemas close, and for 16-year-old Mani Stein, a film fanatic and dreamer who hovers on the fringes of society, everything changes. Capturing Iceland at a moment of profound transformation, this is the mesmerizing story of a misfit in a place where life and death, reality and imagination, secrets and revelations jostle for dominance. So this just sounds like nicely spooky and interesting, and it's going to be a little thinner, a little sharp novel, I think. And SJÓN has a lot of other books too, so I'm hoping that this is the start of a new favorite author. That would be really nice. So, Moonstone. And that's all I got. It's plenty, obviously, for me. I don't need any more books. Of course, I will argue that I do because it's books. But yeah, I had a great birthday. Thank you so much to my friends Jenna and Michelle for presents. And yeah, I hope I can get to these at some point soon, knowing that I probably won't. but I would like to. So anyways, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you are all staying safe and healthy and reading something fantastic. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.